Okay, I apologize, guys. When I made these notes or was making notes for this section, the combining like terms, I did not get the notes or I didn't bring them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over one of the worksheets. Just remember that this is practice number 1, so you guys can follow along while you're doing your practice. Remember, do not copy these problems because you are not doing number 1. Okay, that's not what we're working on. So, but these are very similar, so you can watch to learn. Okay, so let's start with number 1. Okay, so number 1, for example, what we're doing is we're combining like terms. If they have the same letter, and exponent. We're going to add them or combine them. Okay, same letter x, same exponent. So for instance, if I have x and x, we add that, right? If I have x squared and x squared, we add that. All right. Now, this one, what has the same letter? 9x, 5x. So we're only going to add those two. 9x plus 5x, that's 14x. And then I didn't add the 1y, so I just bring that down. Okay, and that's all we do. Okay, same thing here. 11x plus 15x, that's 26x. Just bring down the 7y, and that's all we do. Okay, so pretty much these first 6 problems, that's all you're doing here. Now, as we get to the next 1 through 7 through 12 here, again, these are 6-point questions, by the way. Okay, we're just adding more numbers. Okay, so right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put different shapes around different types of numbers. All right, so the 6y is a y. There is no other y. Now I'm going to put a square around the 5. The only one that's a like term with 5 is 8 because they both don't have x. Okay, and then the last shape I'm going to use is a triangle around the 14x. This is also x on the 11. Okay, so that also I will put a triangle. So now we're only going to add the ones that are the same. 6y, nothing there, right? So I just bring that down. Okay, and then I've got 5 plus the 8, that's 13. Okay, sorry about the focus here. Then I got 14x plus 11x. That's going to be 25x. Okay. All right, let's do it one more time. Okay, so now let's see. Here, I've got 15x. And I also have 13x. Those go together. 14. That goes with 7 because they both don't have x. And then the last one is a y by itself. So I won't add that one. Okay, so let's start with the x. 15x plus 13x. We add those. 28x. Then 14 plus 7. That's 21. And then we just bring down the 2y. And then we're done. Okay, so pretty much for these 6 problems here, that's all we're doing there. Okay, then we get down here to the bottom, and all we start doing is just adding in some exponents. Okay, so remember, same letter, same exponent, that's what we add. Okay, so now when I get to here, first I'll start with the 14x squared, circle that, and now I'm only going to add to the 7x squared, not the 1x, because it does not have the 2 or the exponent. So I only add these 2, I get 21x squared, and then I bring down that 1x. Bring it down, I have 1x, and that's my final answer right there. Okay? See if I can help out this focus a little bit. Okay, so now here I've got 10x squared. I don't have any more squareds, but these two both have only x, so I will add those two together. So first I bring down the 10x squared. Okay, nothing changes. Then I add these two together. 11x plus 9x, that's 20. We're adding there, okay? All right. All right, so I'll do one more. Let's say like this one down here. Actually, let's do this one. Okay, so this one, I've got 2x squared. And I got another x squared here and another x squared there. So I got 3x squareds this time. And then I've got a 6 with no x at all. And then another number with no x at all. So we'll add those two. So first we're going to add those 3 together. 2 plus 8, 10, plus 13, That's 23. X squared. Don't forget to put the 2. Then we're going to add the 6 and the 7. That's 13. And there's my final answer. Okay, so remember, you're only adding the numbers that have the same letter, same number, same exponent. Okay, that's it for the 6-point questions. All right. See the next video if you want to check out the 8-point questions. Oh, sorry, guys. I've got more on the backside. Okay, so now here, distribution. Okay, we're going to distribute, which means we are going to multiply. Okay, multiply is what the name of the game. So first, here's the problem. Here's how we're going to set it up. Okay, so this problem, all we did was put it into this kind of box form to help us multiply. So now what we're doing is 4 multiplied by 7. Okay, if you need to, you guys can dig out a multiplication chart if you need to. Remember that I did post one on Schoology for you guys, so you can go and check that out. Go to your here. If you click on number line, I'll rename that, and you'll see a multiplication chart. You can see 7 times 4, that's 28. Okay, so now I've got 7 times 4 is 28, but I also have x, so I need to put 28x. And then I've got 4 times 5. Well, let's see, 4 times 5, that's 20. Okay, so then I have 20 here, but that's not where I finish. Now I take these two numbers and I need to write them down here. 28x, and I'm adding these two, so I need to write a sign, plus 20. Now, do these have the same letter? No, so I cannot do anything else. I'm done, all right? And I would do the same thing here. Okay, so let's go down a little bit. We'll do this one here. So we're going to first do 4 times 6. Okay, we would do that, and then we would do 4 times 5. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up in the box. So first, I take the number on the outside. That goes there. Then I take the numbers on the inside, and they go on top. 6x, and then the 5. Now I multiply. 4 times 6. Again, use a multiplication chart or the calculator if you need to. 4 times 6 is 24. X, because there's an x. And then I've got 5 times 4, which is the same thing we just did right there. So that's 20. And then again, what's the sign of the 20? Well, it's positive. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to put 24x plus 20. Okay. All right, so that's how you set these up, is you just got to put them inside the box. Now you see down here, there is no box. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a quick box. And when I set up my box, I'm actually not going to put these little boxes on the top. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 3, I'm going to put it in the front. I'm going to take the 6x, put that on top, put the 9 over here, put that on top. And I'm going to go ahead and put that sign there. Now we're going to multiply 6 times 3. Okay, well, 6 times 3, that's 18. Okay, so we have 18x. 3 times 9, well, 3 times 9, that's 27. Or plus 27. And now I got to write my answer out. So I'm not done there. I got to write that out. So now 18x. What's the sign on 27? It's plus. So I put plus 27. And then I'm done. Okay. All right, then I've got some extra work in here. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the same thing we did there. I'm going to multiply, and then I'm going to add up like terms. So I'm going to do it without the box this time. This is more practice to show you guys how to use the box, which you're going to use more in the future. Here I'm going to do 5 times 6x, or 5 times 6, which is 5 times 6 is 30. And remember, we're doing times x, so that's 30x. There's 5 times 4 again. So now we get 20. And then we're going to bring down the 2x and the 3. And now we're going to circle like terms. That's a like term with 2x. And that's a like term with 3. So first we do 30 plus 2x. That's 32x. And then we're going to do 20 plus 3. That's positive 23. So I put plus 23. And there's my final answer. So first I got to do the multiplication. And then I'm going to add them together. All right, that is it for your 6-point questions.